What up? I need to drink some coffee. I'm tired. What up, Godson? What up, Joe Mac? What up, Destroy Vision? I feel like I'm in a radio station. What's good, y'all? We gotta turn on some tunes for the late night to you fucking your girl in that ass. Yeah, she feeling nice. You put a little pill in her drink like you Rick Ross. Yeah, and she don't even know it. You don't even know. He don't even know that you put your dick in her ass, bro. That's how soft you were. What? Huh? Wait, what'd he say? What'd he say? Oh my god. Okay, let's just start it up. So somebody saying El Gina, El Almighty Sus. Yo, I don't want anything to do with whatever drama they had over there. But yeah, if you haven't heard, your boy's going over to LA on Monday. And I'm doing a new show with Flacco called Allegedly. We're just doing a test run. So this is some exclusive news for you guys. We're going to be doing like same shit we do on stream here. I'll still be doing my own shit. Like YouTube, streaming, whatever. But we'll just be doing it on a bigger platform as well with another person. So I can't wait because y'all know I've been trying to start a podcast forever. But like I just didn't know anybody that like could feed into the conversation like debate as hard as me. Well, there are, but like I don't know, at a similar, it sounds so gay to say, but like clout level, like I don't want to be the guy that's like 360 dealing people on a podcast, be like, look, I already had the name here and you're coming on my podcast, I'm taking 90%. It just always felt weird that way. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get started. So, while I was getting this stream set up, it looks like Yeat has teased being on Pink Tape with Uzi, in which he posted on his story of not even his real Instagram, but his Twiz Corp. So I guess this is kind of like his opiumu type thing that Cardi has, but now Yeat got, I mean, every artist got a Finsta. This seems more of like an alt, though. It's like not a secret, whereas the other people private their accounts. Like I think SoFaygo a couple days ago when he was talking shit to the haters, which we're going to talk about, that was like Go the General, some shit. But Twiz Corp, maybe this is the label. Although I think Twizzy Rich ENT maybe is already an Instagram, but he said Pinky Tapey, which obviously is alluding to being on Uzi's album, I would think. And considering Uzi was already on, what, Life and 2 Alive, Geek Pack. Don't forget to smoke some Geek Pack. I would assume that they're doing a feature swap, especially because, so I also posted this on Twitter. I'm not trying to be a Yeat dick rider over here, but it just turned out that there was a lot of news. But Yeat's numbers this year for the Spotify Wrapped, 1.2 billion streams. We already knew this. He's doing like 4 billion per year at this rate. I can't wait to see what's happening in 2023. Bro might do like fucking, I don't know who he's gonna pass. If he's above Adele already, shit, in 1 year, he's definitely gonna be Twizzy Rich. But anyway, the previous year he was at 43.6 million, and that's nothing to there's nothing to say shit about, because 43 mil, that's already a lot of money. That's already a lot of streams. And that's just on Spotify, mind you. Like Apple Music, YouTube, that doesn't count it. And that was from Up To Me. Now he's got all of the projects in his discography. But I was going to say, considering Yeat's got 1.2 billion streams in the last year, it would make sense that they would do a feature swap. Because if you don't know what that is, essentially, artists who are of similar size or not similar size, if they're like really cool or whatever, if Uzi's doing a feature for one of his homies, he'll still give it to him for free. He might take a little cut of it, of the revenue, right? But with Yeat, since they're again similar size now, I think Uzi still beat him in the year to year metrics, streams wise on all platforms. But since they're similar size, they might have done a feature swap wherein I think, how many features has Uzi given Yeat at this point? 2. There was Flawless, and then no, maybe it's 3. There was 2 on Geek Pack. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it would make sense that he gives Uzi one for free. Now I don't know what type of budget he was giving Uzi before Yeat came up and it's now at the same level or a similar level, y'all. Similar level. I wouldn't say he's Uzi just yet, but I don't know. I feel like Uzi also likes to be associated with the newer guys because that's like a good look. It's like, I think Yachty talked about it in an interview where Drake does not charge people for features because, like, what is 100K to him? Like, what is that, his toilet paper? Like, you gotta bring 100K cash when I give you a feature, like come through to the studio or whatever. Like, I just ate Chipotle, I need some toilet paper. I would not be surprised. So with Uzi, yeah, he just wants to be associated with the newer guys. That's almost like a better investment than $100,000 to be associated with. Like, oh, I'm not gonna say Uzi put Yeat on, but like now some of the casuals or the normies, they're going to think like, oh, Uzi put him on. Uzi's the reason that Yeat blew up, right? Same thing with Drake. Remember, he took the picture with Yeat, and like now a lot of people owe Yeat's success or claim that he owes Drake the props for the cosign. You feel me? Who said Yeat passed Cardi? Well, as we've discussed, my guy, low key, he's streaming more than Cardi. Granted, I don't think he's passed him like brand wise, although Yeat is pretty big, but at the same time, he's dropped way more projects. So of course he's going to get more streams. It's like, it's unfair. Like the last, Yeat dropped 3 projects essentially, a Geek Pack, Life, and 2 Alive. I know Geek Pack's the deluxe of 2 Alive, but still. Whereas Cardi hasn't dropped since the end of 2020. Not to mention Yeat dropped Up to Me. So, and he didn't really start buzzing until like the end of the year of 2021. So 2022, yeah. Of course, he's going to get a lot more streams than Cardi. Raw streams, he beats him, but that's mostly it. Yeah. I mean, brand-wise, like, if they were to sell tour tickets, I think Cardi might beat him. But at the same time, Yeat has some hardcore fans too. Like, I saw a number of people on Instagram, on Twitter, posting their Spotify raps being like, I'm in the 0.0005% dick suckers of Yeat. No, pause. You can do that. I don't care. I'm just joking. But yeah, so people are proud to be Yeat fans. It takes a specific type of artist for that to happen. You have to have the cult following, which Yeat is one of the only ones, other than maybe like Summers and Can, but to a smaller degree, that actually has garnered a pretty strong fan base. Like, I feel like a lot of the other rappers in their wave, the artists are low-key leaving them, you know? Same with people hating on Yeat. They both will be big for a while. Yeah. When you got like big time haters, you know that you really up. Like, maybe not. Because if you YB and Namir, they're just hating on you. Or Smoke Perp, they're just hating on you. Like, nobody's streaming your music, bro. I'm sorry. Actually, somebody, I told them I wasn't going to send them, but they told me to show this on my DMs, or on stream, and they sent this to me DMs. My post has been removed. What the hell? Ask for a review. It was a promo too. It was a promo. Somebody had like an AK-47 in the promo, and now they took it down. What? As I was saying though, somebody sent me, where is it? I gotta find it. That they were in Smoke Perp's .00. Here it is. I don't know if y'all can see 0.0005 or just 2 zeros % of Smoke Perp's listeners this year. And then they said, can you show your stream? I'm very proud of it. I can't tell if he's joking. He's basically asking to get bullied here. I've never heard this in my... Actually, I have not heard this since like 2017 or 2018. I actually want to see what Smoke Perp's Spotify Wrapped is, of how, you know how they did like the millions, like million streams, how many listeners I got, that type of shit. I want to see how much he got. It might watch it be like 200,000. Shit would be crazy. We got a donation. You would never outsell Cardi, or Yeat would never outsell Cardi or Uzi in a tour. Let's be real. I agree. That's what I'm saying. But yo, if there's gonna be somebody in the newer generation to do it, it's gonna be him. Don't ever underestimate him. I feel like I did that at the beginning of his career. I was like, nah, you're just rapping a whole lot of red beats. And then look what the fuck happened, man. Anyway, let's talk about SoFaygo, my guy. Or maybe not our guy anymore. Look, I still like SoFaygo. I think people are going hard on him, dissing him, not necessarily like people, like clouded people or like other rappers, but you know, the fans are hating on SoFaygo. But the thing is, he's giving them ammo. Bro literally just needs to shut the fuck up. Look at this shit. Make me bigger so y'all can see my fucking eyes. All right, so he says, after all of the crying on his Instagram story, on his Finsta, being like, I don't even need you, man. Look, I agree with SoFaygo because he needs to just do what he wants to do. But when you do what you want to do, don't say a word about it. Just fucking do. The more you talk as an artist, your platform is music. But the more you talk, it just shows how much more you care and that you're trying to prove yourself, which means that you feel like you're not at the level that you want to be at. That's why they would speak. Otherwise, like, you don't see Cardi, you don't see fucking Yeat, you don't see Uzi being like, actually Uzi kind of did it a little bit last year, but you don't see Cardi ever saying anything, or Drake ever saying anything about like, yo, trying to prove themselves. Like, yo, I had this much streams, like I'm gonna be so big, like nobody can beat me. They just don't say a word because they know they're the shit. You know what I mean? So, and this isn't supposed to be like a diss at SoFaygo, but constructive criticism. Literally, just shut the fuck up. The more you say in these group chats, the more the haters are gonna clown you for saying this. I'm gonna be at award shows and selling out arenas, and these gonna be grown as hell still saying old Faygo better. Look, on the surface, or even deeper, what he said is true. No one is disagreeing with this. But again, he's just digging himself a deeper hole. Now, let's dissect this a bit. I'm going to be at award shows and selling out arenas. Broski. You just waited 2 years to drop a project, which I liked, remember? From the review. However, it's not up to me. You definitely lost some fans and some hype from waiting too long. So maybe like if you dropped a year ago, you might be selling out tours, arenas, at award shows and shit. Not right now, bro. Not right now. And I'm just going off like the objective numbers. Because you didn't make Billboard. You, I don't know. You didn't hit 10K first week sales. I know you went independent, right? From the distribution, and like maybe you did get playlisted though on Apple Music and Spotify. But maybe you don't got the fake streams like the Atlantic Records methods, right? But how are you going to get on award shows and selling out arenas if your music's not getting streamed to the masses? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, this isn't supposed to be hate. I'm just being realistic. This was a step in the wrong direction by waiting a long time. I'm not saying that the album won't live, but for sure it was a detriment to his career in waiting, because now Summers and Yeat and Destroy Lonely and Ken Carson just swooped up underneath and fucked the whole game up while you were sleeping. Grisha, what's up? He said, to be fair, I saw some people take this as a he means the award shows and arena is going to happen now. He definitely means in the future, and that's still possible in my opinion. Too early to tell that he fell off. I don't think he fell off. I think if SoFaygo drops another project in the coming year or two, people are still going to tune in, but there's a lot of people he did lose their attention. That's simply what it is. Because we already read that. Because we always talk about this. We're in the digital age. So if you don't feed the fans for a certain amount of time, the algorithm's just going to like get you out of their feed, right? They're going to start going on to the next person that is giving them content on a daily basis. We're on our phones. Like, what is y'all's average screen time on your phone? Like 8 hours a day? And if there's somebody, an artist who's smart about it and is putting out some sort of content on a daily basis, or not even personally, but like is paying blogs or like post on their story like Yeat, like weird words where all the fans are going to be like giggling and with their feet up in their bed like, he just said schmunky donkey. That literally helps. We all know this. So I just don't think that saying this after what happened is justified. Like, I think right now is the time to put your head down and prove everybody wrong in silence. Go back to the drawing board, drop some crazy shit that sounds completely different, which he dropped something that was like more mainstream as an underground artist. Actually, I would still say he's underground if he didn't sell 10K, right? Right? I just realized that. But maybe not with like monthly listeners and the amount of streams he got, and he's on Lyrical Lemonade and he signed to Travis Scott. You feel me? Lil Boy should have signed to Opium. What did Ken say? Lil Boy should have signed to Opium. I gotta look that up. It's on Hell Yeah, right? The same song that SoFaygo was on. Ken Carson should have signed to Opium. Oh, no, it's on MDMA. He's slaving, I think is what he said. Lil Boy, you should have signed to Opium. I laugh at that. He's slaving. Well, he's wrong because SoFaygo is independent, so he don't really got to do anything. He's half independent, you know. Like 10K projects. They claiming they're independent, yet apparently they signed Ice Spice, who's like, y'all really think that shit happened organically? Like, of course, at the very beginning, but she's all over the media because the label just be pushing and pushing and pushing until they blow up. But yeah, I think also another reason that it's a weird time to say that you're going to be at award shows isn't that exclusively for the people who are huge and signed to labels? Like, if anybody's going to be at award shows right now, it's going to be Yeat, right? Because he's the one doing 4 billion streams a year. Whereas if you're independent, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, because, you know, do your thing, do whatever you see fit. But if you're independent, you're likely not going to get to the masses like you need to with the award shows or selling out arenas. Like, it makes sense. You can do it, like if you're Russ or whatever, but I'd say Russ is probably one of the biggest independent artists, and he's not at award shows, is he? What would Cardi do differently? We don't even necessarily know what these artists do for people under them. Well, the thing is, Cardi has a team too. So y'all think that Cardi just goes away for 2 years, 3 years, and he doesn't do anything. I bet you he is sitting there like a mastermind. As we all know, he has Cardi affiliates who are speaking for him. So as I kind of alluded to with the concept of feeding your fans, but indirectly, Cardi's telling, like, giving us hints, again, indirectly through his affiliates posting on their Instagram story, like Red or whatever. For months, we were captivated by the whole lot of Red rollout. Meanwhile, nothing was even going on. He was just telling them, like, yo, do some shit. So same thing with these artists. They go away for 2 years. Just at least say, like, yo, it's coming soon, like every week or something, like Uzi did with Eternal Take. And then people would be like, oh my God, it's coming out next week. But they never know. Or just make good music. I don't know. Talk about Ali dissing Juice. Yeah, I was planning on talking about that. That's crazy. Because, and I know everybody's saying, like, yo, Juice said it right, man. All girls are the same. Yo, I'm done with that. I ain't saying that. Y'all did. But they're right. So, Ali, I think a lot of us know. If you don't know in the chat, she was actually like a groupie for Smoke Perp before trying to get with Juice WRLD and making him cheat on Starfire. I don't really care about that whole thing with, like, the Starfire situation. That's how girls are, man. If they want you, they're gonna be like, yo, get off that other chick and come fuck me. Period. But with the Smoke Perp shit, this video proves that she was just a groupie and didn't necessarily care for Juice WRLD anyway. Like, I mean, I know you can like a person and not necessarily like their music, but you know damn well before she DM'd Juice WRLD, she saw him blowing up. I don't know when it was, during Lyrical Lemonade or after, but she saw that Lyrical Lemonade video and bitch was squirting lemonade out her coochie wet as fuck. You know it's a fact. And meanwhile, actually, if Lucid Dreams, okay, let's watch this video and then I'll talk. But if Lucid Dreams was playing on the radio, that means that she wasn't dating Juice WRLD at the time while she was talking shit about the song, right? So that means that she hit him up when he already had like hundreds of thousands or millions of followers. Shout out Bucky, by the way, for posting all this exclusive Juice content, but we gotta find it right here.
And this is why I can't listen to the fucking radio. I need to stop fucking rappers.
Ready?
You have a small dick.
Yo, low-key, that's funny as hell. You have a small dick. I don't know about you guys, but like my favorite pastime, especially with my girl, is when a song's on, not necessarily on the radio, because who listens to the radio anymore, is changing the words to be like, you know, naughty shit. Pause. But yeah, so Ali was hating on the song before they dated. Why'd you hit him up then? I'm just saying, these bitches, all they want is money. At least these groupie hoes. My girl, you know, before I even had a job or even anything, she was with me. Nah, who knows? I don't know. I gotta check her phone and see if she's plotting on me, drugging me every night with melatonin so that she can steal my nut hairs and whatnot. But as I was saying, with Juice WRLD and Ali, and then after all of the other disrespect that she's been doing to his legacy, we don't necessarily need to go over it. But, you know, starting OnlyFans, which in itself isn't necessarily that bad, but the conspiracy theories with, I saw what Juice WRLD did, trying to beg for attention, essentially. What else did she do? People were claiming that she gave the watch that Juice WRLD gave her to her new boyfriend or like OnlyFans manager. I do think that's fucked up if Juice WRLD gave it to her, which I assume that he did, because there's no way that she had enough money herself. I know she claims she has her own money, but come on, what were you doing at the time? You were probably just picking up the drugs for juice and then you know, pocketed some cash. There's no way you had a job. You were flying around the fucking country. What, you working remote? This was pre-pandemic. There were no remote jobs. She already had money. She just wanted clout. I don't think girls know what real money is. Because people, I'm not trying to like stereotype here, but a lot of girls be acting like they got money, like, oh yeah, I have enough money, let's go out or whatever. And it be like, and no hate if anybody doesn't have this much money, but like, they'll be like, oh yeah, I have like 30K. I'm like, that's not like, they think they're rich at that point. That ain't rich, yo. I swear to God, I don't want to spend any money, and I do end up doing it, so it kind of pisses me off internally, but I don't want to spend anything until I'm at like 10 mil, because at that point, you don't have to worry about anything. But now every time I swipe my card, I know some of y'all feel this. It just like, you know, it's like somebody biting my dick off real quick. You know, girls who be on vacation out of town every month and sleep on an air mattress. That's what I'm saying. I swear to God, girls don't know how to spend their own money. It baffles me. It's because they're motivated by Instagram. Like, they're all competing to see who is the most lit. Like, who's doing the craziest shit. Meanwhile, they get home, they're eating fucking cockroaches. They tell you they eating cock in your DMs, but no, they eating cockroaches. Hillary Clinton's working on a Rage EP. Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. What else went down? Regarding, you know, our scene. Oh, speaking of Uzi, Dom Corleo, I wouldn't call this a cosign, because I think that a cosign is when somebody puts their reputation on the line publicly by co-signing you or giving you their stamp of approval, so that like they can be held accountable if you don't blow up. So that's why a lot of artists should be a little bit more weary with who they give the public cosigns to. So I don't know if Uzi's going to do it just yet, but very soon. I mean, Dom is collecting the Infinity Stones. He's collecting the Cheez-It crackers. And he got the Filthy feature. I mean, sorry, production. He got the, what's his name? Benny X production. I think he got the Destroy Lonely feature like a while back, or maybe that was a stem edit leak. I don't know. But if Uzi approved OMO, which I think is his album, I'm telling you, man, Dom Corleo going up, but so are a lot of, I feel like this new wave's cool, but it's only like 4 or 5 people, I swear to God. You don't know how he's getting stuff handed to him so fast? Yeah, I think it's just, it's not necessarily him. It's just when nowadays, if you're a rapper who's blowing up, or just an influencer or a streamer or whatever, the internet moves so fast that when you're blowing up, you blow up like instantly, bro. Like instantly. Dom Corleo is already at, let's see how many monthly listeners he's at. You can't check his IG because they got banned by those fucks. But he's got already, remember a couple years ago, we were looking at the underground passing 100K monthly listeners. In like a fucking month, he's already passing 400,000. So yeah, I just think that nowadays, since the internet moves so fast, that once you blow up, like you start meeting everybody, you fly out to LA, like once your song hits 100,000 streams, labels already calling like, yo, how much we gotta give you to suck our dick? Which is basically what it is. But yo, they're sacrificing these rappers. They gotta do some gay shit to sign a label. I ain't lying. But as I was saying, that's why it happens fast. And yeah, all of the underground rappers too. Another reason is because it's already happening behind the scenes and people don't even realize it. Like a lot of the songs that blow up by these newer rappers are actually produced by some bigger people. Like I know Internet Money works with a lot of these underground rappers when they have like 5,000, 10,000, not even like 5,000, 400, like just straight up 400. Disregard the 5,000. I know Cody was working with like Rollin' Thrax for a while back, and that probably, since he's in the same crew as like Hard Rock and Southside Silhouette and potentially Dom Corleo, I don't know. Then likely they're meeting everybody during this time, and once you blow up, you already knew everyone, you know? Hard Rock overrated? I feel like he's not even that big. Lunchbox? I've been seeing Lunchbox name. I haven't got the, I don't know. It hasn't sounded that great to me just yet. To me, it sounds like Yeat, but who knows? Like I'm not a hater. Maybe later on, there's always one song that catches my attention, and then I start getting into their discography. Like Glock 40 Spaz, I wasn't really into for a while, but then Remember Me dropped, and then I really fuck with that song. I think it was one of my top songs on my Spotify Wrapped, and then I just dug into other shit and liked all the other music that I originally skipped over and thought was just because I don't know, you get, what's the word, you buy into the brand. But anyway, back to Dom Corleo and Uzi. So is there anything else to speak on that? I heard some people saying, let me go to the post actually. I heard some people saying in the comments on Instagram that they don't even really like all the people that Uzi cosigns. So maybe, do y'all think Uzi gives out too many cosigns or not? Because I don't think he gives as many cosigns as Trippy, but he does fuck with publicly all the new guys. Like, and he's given even features too. So SoFaygo, he was even on his album. Yeat, those are the two big guys, right? Is there anybody else that he's given from the newer generation? So if he fucks with Dom Corleo before anybody else, who else is there? Like Summers, Autumn, Can, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely. I don't think Uzi probably has fucked with Opium a little bit, but I don't know if he's done this. I wonder if Uzi's gonna get mad that Dom Corleo posts this. Maybe not. I don't know, because you get what I'm saying? Like sometimes if you jump the gun a little bit, it might make somebody uncomfortable. Maybe you miss out on that feature. Because for some reason, Dom Corleo is one of the most hated rappers in the underground. I don't know what it is, but people just fucking hate him. They think he's corny or whatever. I think he's a good dude. I think he's just trying to have fun out here. Talk about Monday show and Flacco drama. Your name was brought up. Okay. We talked about this at the beginning a little bit. Okay. I'm not even going to be on the Monday show. It's an entirely new show, and it's going to be about music. And I think what happened was they wanted me to bring in more of like an internet culture type content to No Jumper, rather than most of them, since they live in LA, they talk about a lot of LA rap scene and street gangs and shit, and like they already have enough of that. So they're bringing me on for like a little bit of new sauce. And yeah, life easer. I'm independent, don't worry. It's literally just for 2 or 3 hours every Monday. I can still do my own shit. I'm still going to hammer out YouTube videos, stream clips. But the thing is, this allows me to do more shit too, because obviously if it does well, they're going to pay me. I'm going to be out in LA with like more rappers. I'll be able to do vlogs with more rappers, connect with other people, get bigger, more exposure. They got 4 million subscribers. So I think it's a good opportunity. I didn't sign anything though. So if it doesn't do well, like, or if I don't like it, I can leave. I don't think that I will though, because I do fuck with Adam personally. Like, I he's a great businessman. He's funny in person. I know a lot of people think whatever, but they think of that shit about everybody. I don't know. But yeah, it's a great opportunity, man. There's a lot of fights on No Jumper. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, what am I gonna do if somebody tries to fight me? Like, I feel like I'm a non-confrontational kind of guy though in person. I'm the guy that's always chilling. Like, especially at parties, while everybody, like, you know, some dudes like walk into a party like they already ready. Like, some of my friends will literally say, you know, I'm trying to, I want to start a fight. I'm like, bro, what are you trying? You realize when you're in a fight, like, yeah, it's cool, maybe you knock somebody out, but you low key probably gonna be, your mouth's gonna be bleeding too. Why do you want that? I guess it's just to show your aggression, which actually, yeah, I do agree with. But at parties and shit, when I'm drunk, I'm just the guy that's like giggling in the corner, like, Bob Fantano fuck with the Homicide Gang album more than Lonely and Ken album. Surprising, to be honest. That is very surprising, because I feel like Destroy Lonely, I could see Ken, actually. I could see it being better than Ken, but Destroy Lonely's, man, what? I feel like Loans was way better. But I'll definitely tap into Homicide Gang's next album. I thought that the original album, Homicide Lifestyle, was okay. Okay. It just sounded like Cardi beats, bro. But the ones that didn't just sound like regurgitated filthy beats, I liked, you know? I just need variety. Okay. Yeah, speaking of Ken Carson, let's go to what, didn't he say something? Or no, he didn't say anything. Rich the Kid said something. He responds to fans saying he's biting Ken Carson, and he doesn't know who that is. Bro is not Ken Carson. So he DMs him. Who the fuck is Ken Carson? Yeah, when I saw this originally, I thought Rich the Kid knew who he was because of the, what is it called? The capitalization of the E, like he was trying to be Cardi, but after that, after reading the whole sentence, that was the only letter that he fucked up. So maybe he was just trying to, I don't know, he hit shift twice, you know, and it locks. But this is similar to what happened with Offset, if you remember. And I think Rich the Kid is like the fourth Migos member who left or didn't want to do it or something. And he originally created the dab, apparently. That's what Rich the Kid claims. So it makes sense. I mean, Rich the Kid is an old head. How old is he? Watch him be like the same age as me. Rich the Kid age. I feel like he's 30. Yeah, there we go. Rich the Kid is 30 years old. So of course, like, he's not gonna be tapped into the underground. But I feel like that's why low key I don't know if he fell off, but like he's just less relevant. Like, I think he still has potential to like make a hit just because he's good at networking. He can get big features, whatever. I'm not necessarily going to be tapping in every time. It's not like the era with Famous Dex and whatnot. But I feel like the reason he's not really relevant is because he's doing all the classic features every time he drops music, like all the big guys. And that makes sense, because if you're trying to sell copies, like, do it with the do it with the big guys that are guaranteed streams. Like, you know their numbers, they have Billboard hits already. But you see guys like Uzi, or actually they were beefing at one point. I think they're chilling now. But you see guys like Uzi or Kari or whatever, they're fucking with the young guys for a reason, to keep them youthful, to keep them in the loop with like what are the hot sounds. Whereas Rich the Kid, I feel like a lot of the older artists that, again, they go irrelevant because they're doing the same shit over and over. They're not progressing with what music is doing, you know? So he needs to tap in with Ken Carson. I don't know how the fuck he don't know that. especially with Rich the Kid. Didn't he fuck with Cardi at one point? And I feel like if you're gonna know anybody new, like I understand if you don't know, no diss, but like if you don't know like Autumn or Summers or something, they're a little bit smaller, although they are big, right? They signed too, so no shade whatsoever. But if you're going to know anybody coming up, it's gonna be Yeat, SoFaygo, and then Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, just because they're signed to Cardi. Whereas, again, Summers and Autumn, like they're kind of signed to classic labels, so they're not really associated with the bigger artists. But that's why you sign to the bigger artists, so that you get into the rooms with, or it's easier to get in the rooms with these bigger artists, such as like Rich the Kid. Even though I don't know if you would want a Rich the Kid feature if you were Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely. I feel like that might even outstream Rich the Kid if it weren't for playlists and features and shit. But yeah, that's why you signed to a big artist. Summers is the Drake. Autumn isn't signed anymore? No way. Let's check that. Are you sure? Because maybe he did like a distro deal, because he didn't really get that much promotion. I'm gonna be real. I know he did get promotion, like he had a budget, but okay, you over them, I hate it. Oh shit. Antagonist. Autumn with Victor. Damn, he might have gotten dropped from Victor. That's crazy. How did he do independently though? 1 mil on one song. I actually like this song. I don't know. I feel like people have been hating on Autumn lately. He's getting like the SoFaygo treatment, low key. Well, SoFaygo got it the worst. Definitely. Nah, he didn't get dropped. It was 2 album deals. Stop the false narrative. First of all, I asked a question. It wasn't a false narrative whatsoever. But he had a 2 album deal. This ain't even an album. 7 songs? Is that an album? I'm not saying he got dropped per se, but there might have been a mutual agreement to end the deal. It would make sense. And the thing is, a lot of times these artists, if they do well for the label's going to try to keep you on, bro. Like, remember when the NBA Youngboy was trying to get out of Atlantic and they were having a fit? So they were trying to throw all this money at him. And then when he said no, they were trying to lower his streams by not promoting him as much so that the next label didn't want him because they wanted him so bad. So they were like disincentivizing the other labels, making him less valuable perceivingly. So I'm just saying, if Autumn was killing shit, the Victor or whoever backs Victor, I think it's who backs Victor worldwide? UMG, bro. They got a big old piggy bank. They could throw some mills at him. They could definitely throw some mills. I mean, people in his class. I'm not even talking about Yeat or SoFaygo. They were up in the M's for advances, I heard. Talk about Jace. What do you want me to talk about Jace? The only thing I got on Jace as of recent is how he was going off at a troll. Actually, I posted this. I was the first person to post this. Not that it was that big, but somebody sent it to me directly on Twitter and Instagram. So I was like, oh shit, this is funny. And I actually, at first I was apprehensive to post it because I was like, I don't want anybody to get canceled. I don't want to start that whole thing. But I think the world is kind of reversing in, what is it, like being sensitive, because so many people at this point have been canceled that it doesn't even, and then they've come back so that it doesn't even mean anything anymore. Like, you could say the most fucked up shit now and people still gonna fuck with you, unless Except for if you fuck with the you know what's that Kanye went after. Because if you go after them, you fucked. Look what he's going through, man. Although he's kind of doing it himself, so I can't blame him. But anyway, this is what Jace did.
Hey, I've been getting paid.
Just on stream, chilling, playing.
Hey, Peyton, get off this whole dick munching. If you a bitch, you fucking foul. Go get some dick, dirty ass, virgin ass hoe. Dirty, ugly bitch is why no nigga wants to fuck you. And if you a boy with the name Peyton, you a faggot bitch. And you need to go get life. You need to go get that fucking name changed. You need to go get all that shit fixed. You need to go get all of that little motherfucking shit fixed. Okay.
Y'all heard that, right? No. Don't cancel him. I actually, I'm the type of person, like, you can say whatever to me, except for one particular word, because I am white and I do not have the rights to that word. I do not have the trademark to that word, if you feel me. But whatever. You know what he meant. Like, he wasn't trying to. I'm sure he fucks with gay people. A lot of words, their meaning is detached from like what the actual, their perceived meaning is. It's different than the actual meaning in like the dictionary. Although you can say that when I saw it if y'all watch White Lotus on HBO, there was a dude who asked for an ag fay, but he was talking about a cigarette. So I didn't even realize people still use, like, that was an actual thing. I know it was in the dictionary, but I didn't know British people actually said that. But as I was saying, yeah, going crazy. Apparently, a dude said in the chat that Summers was better, and then he went off on that tangent. Was that justified? Maybe not. You're saying stop, he's done? I don't think he's done, because look, nobody gives a fuck. Also, I think Yassine and I have talked about this on stream. I feel like rappers are the ones who get the most leeway to do anything they want. And shout out Dave Wright for the super chat. Playboy Cardi is hot as fuck. Jesus Christ, man. Yo, watch that. Don't say that in Jace's chat. We're gonna get after you.
Heart sparkles.
But yeah, rappers can kind of do whatever because they're supposed to be the most honest or most outspoken people, at least in history, wherein they are truly them. Whereas every other profession, if you're a politician, of course, like if you say anything racist or against or homophobic or whatever, you're done. You could have said it when you're 10 years old. People are digging through that shit like instantly when you assign, or what's it called? When you enter the race. Look what they did to Kanye again when he was going in 2024. So, yeah. But I feel like at a certain point, life is just going to get boring. But as we said, I think the world is getting less sensitive. Like, everybody's said fucked up shit. I think we all know it. We've all said all the words. All the words. And yes, I'll admit it. I've said all the words. I don't care. But you just have to be more weary online or in recordings to not say it. I don't know. Y'all tell me. You're saying now it's getting more sensitive? I think it got more sensitive, but now people are pushing back. Like, that's why Andrew Tate blew up, because everybody's like, nah, we need, like, this. Like, he was saying all the shit that we thought. Maybe he said it a little bit too far, depending on, like, what your range is. But he was saying everything that we thought, and nobody could say because you would get canceled. And then look what happened. I feel like Andrew Tate didn't even do too much. Like, he wasn't doing Sneeko level shit on YouTube, like calling out Susan. Like, Sneeko was asking to get banned off YouTube. But Andrew Tate was just saying, like, yo, like, I fuck bitches all the time and shit. And my bitches can't fuck anybody. And so then he got banned. Talk about Sneeko and Kanye. I don't know. I know Sneeko met Kanye. That's dope. And then Kanye walked out of a podcast after they were asking him, like, who's attacking him, and he didn't want to say the word, the Hebrews. I'm just brewing up some coffee, guys. I got some iced coffee. But also, isn't Kanye, where is it? Doesn't he have to give Kim like $200,000 a month in child support? What the fuck? She's probably more rich than he is at this point because of all the deals he got kicked out of with Balenciaga, which was also a good thing. But did y'all hear about Balenciaga with like the kid shit? I'm not going to talk about it on YouTube because it's going to get banned off here, but look into it. It's scary. But as I was saying, he lost the deals with Adidas, Balenciaga, who else? Who was the last one? Gap. So he was a billionaire. I bet you his net worth went in half because of that. Like he was guaranteed a certain amount of stock, and then because the contract was voided halfway through or however long through, probably not even halfway, that he didn't get the stock anymore, or the stock went down or something. I don't know. And then JP Morgan or something was freezing his bank accounts. So yeah, man, $200K a month in child support when she's richer than him. Where the fuck is his child support or the man's support? And they probably had a prenup too, because you know they're both celebrities. Like, how did this happen? It's ridiculous. You are so fucked as a man if you get married. And I've heard even recently, a prenup a lot of times doesn't even help you either, because you can fight against a prenup and say, as a woman, this is what the women lawyers will say: I was coerced into signing this document because he was there, like forcing it upon me. And being coerced is an actual legitimate fight against a contract being enforceable. So it's just ridiculous, man. Like, the women are getting... We live in a society, man. We live in a society where females get way too many benefits. Way too many. When are we going to get anything? DaBaby says, the real DaBaby's in the chat saying, Bob, I am married and have 9 kids. I'm expecting a 10th child and my wife wants to divorce me. Now that's fucked. You're saying red pill arc? I'm not necessarily red pill. I'm like Scarlet. I got a little bit of blue in me. Like I like seeking the truth. But at the same time, I'm tolerant of people. I'll judge them for sure. I'll be like, behind closed doors, I'm like, nah, fuck that dude. Or like, stereotypes do have certain characteristics that, like, stereotypes are there for a reason. People, because they share certain characteristics that you need to be prepared for. You see a tiger out in the jungle, you stereotype it and be like, that is a big fucking cat with sharp ass teeth. You're visually and physically judging them. Like a fat bitch at the club, she probably stank. Just like how the tiger probably gonna kill you in the jungle. I ain't fucking either of them. Am I wrong for that? No. We already run the world and it never really was too stable with us in charge. Nah, man, I'm pushing back. But you're right. Men do rule the world. And so that's why maybe they're like willing to give the women some sort of leeway. The child support is there for a reason, in that basically when you divorce, the female usually in the past, when all these laws were created, quits their job or never worked in the first place. And so if a man leaves, which a lot of them do, and doesn't support them, this happened with my mom, actually, not my dad, a previous husband that she had, didn't help her with my sister, who's my half sister. And so it was just a terrible situation. My mom was a single mom, couldn't pay for shit, had to work and also take care of a child. So that can get hard. So that's why that's there, to protect the woman from fucked up dudes. So I get it. But in this certain situation, I feel like no money should be transferred, given they are both chilling when it comes to money. Like, them being divorced probably even earned Kim K money on the Kardashian show. She probably made a mill just off that news because all the little bitches, probably there was more drama to be watching on Netflix or what is it, on Hulu? And 200K, man. Why do you need 200K to pay for a child or a couple children? Y'all buying a fucking Lambo every month. What? I need that 200K shit. I need to go to some crazy rich castle, woo or seduce a princess to get, get married to her. She's worth $1 billion real quick. Let's have a child. And then I dip. I need some alimony. 200K so I can live a real life. Imagine you make 200K. That's what some of these females do too. Some of these, the people preying on NBA players and NFL, not as much NFL players, but NBA players, because most of them make hella money. There's just less of them. They prey on them, have a child with them, like Brittany Griner, or not Griner, Brittany, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, the one with the huge dump truck. Fuck them, have a child, then you're basically guaranteed a paycheck for 18 years. You heard even Kanye himself talking about Gold Digger in the song that before he even met and before he even got like uber famous. It was the song that originally blew him up. They don't have, that's the sauce. That is the sauce. This low-key an L, but I do know that, Kanye don't really care. He's probably, I believe 200K was probably calculated by being a proportion of his salary or whatever he's currently making, and it'll adjust depending on how much money he's making every so often. Like, he can fight it, he can appeal it. I don't even think he's appealing it. I heard that on another article that he even gave her his house that was next door, so he don't even want to be near them. He's like, y'all are the devil. Y'all are a bunch of satanic tribes. Kim K, she's not even denouncing Balenciaga. Meanwhile, they literally posted fucking child pee as their marketing campaign. And they were, look into it. Again, I can't get too deep, but the latest campaign had like documents of free speech for CP. The documents were in the picture. So somebody, Balenciaga, is trying to purport some sort of message to people indirectly. And then there were books in other pictures with like known people who have done bad things to kids / other people actually. If you know what I mean. I can't go too deep. Just look into it. I swear to God, the elites, they definitely sacrificing children or taking them to Jeffrey Epstein's island even while he's dead. Because, and I don't know what it is, like, does that sort of shit, it seems to always be the elites who are doing that. Actually, there are probably pedos that are like fat losers and poor. So maybe disregard this, but I always feel like it's the elites, man, who are trying to push their weird ass values and sacrificial of kids to the mainstream, or at least telling y'all they're doing it just for kicks and giggles. Be like, yeah, we're doing this. Y'all can't do anything about it. We're rocking Balenciaga. Y'all can't even afford this. Fuck you, you poor ass people. Fuck. Go fuck yourself. And we're stealing your kids. We're taking them to different islands. You can't do shit about it. We're eating fetuses. You think you're pregnant? You think that you're aborting that child? Nah, we literally just ate your aborted child, you bitch. The Illuminati. I'm gonna get sniped. Yeah, watch my YouTube channel get sniped after saying all that. But the thing is, with conspiracies, I feel like they can't necessarily be proven because I wasn't there, nor am I saying that it's a fact. Whereas the people who get banned, I feel like they're saying shit that's a fact. So they're misleading people. They're openly lying. Whereas I'm just saying it's a possibility. Anything's a possibility. I don't know anything for certain, to be honest. We might not even live on a spherical planet. Now, I don't think that we're on a flat planet, but who knows, man? Who knows? People could persuade me if they give me enough evidence. I never have like a strong opinion on anything, really. Show my Spotify Wrapped. I got you, bruh. Oh, and by the way, I got a new vlog coming. I don't know when it'll be edited, but I'm doing a SoundCloud event tomorrow. JID is going to be there. Smino is going to be there. I'm hoping, since Uzi gave Smino the feature, that he's going to be there, but likely not. But for Art Basel, which is like a huge event in Miami. So pull up. I think it's free. But yeah, I thought it was dope. I'm proud. I'm like, damn, SoundCloud reaching out to me? That's crazy. And we going on No Jumper? We lit. So I listened to my song too much, and I ended up on my own Spotify Wrapped. So I got Yeat and then myself, and then Uzi, Destroy Lonely Drake, Suburban by Chulo, Butterflies by me, Remember Me by Glock 40 Spaz, Crank by Yeat, and Talk by Yeat. So yeah, I guess we supporting Yeat out here. Ultimate Dick Rider, I guess. No Cardi. Yeah, a bunch of people were asking me about that. Cardi didn't drop. I listen to very recent music. Like, that's how I go through my likes. This is how I do it. Although I do make a playlist too, but I like to be, listen to the freshest shit. But as I was saying, so I go through my likes, and then Homicide Gang, Homicide Lifestyle. I've been listening to this. A little bit of Roddy Ricch, but nah, that was just for the stream. Destroy Lonely Deluxe. Like, this is, I just listen to this shit. I'll scroll through here. If I listen to anything old, it's because I shuffled. So that's why I love Cardi, don't get me wrong. But he hasn't dropped since end of 2020. So, what are you going to do? He was, I think At Me was my most streamed song last year, though. Which should tell you. Actually, maybe not last year. 2020. No, in 2020, I think. It was 2020. Whole Lotta Red is a classic, though. Yeah, I agree. But just because something's classic doesn't mean you're necessarily eating it all the time. Like, what's your favorite food? My favorite food is pizza. But does that mean that I eat pizza every day? No. In fact, if you eat pizza every day, it's not going to be your favorite food anymore. It's going to become normal. Right? At least that's the way I see it. It's not like special anymore. And also, Whole Lotta Red is it's a very specific vibe. Like, it's very Dracula vampire-esque. So if you're in that mood, but I'm not always in the mood to be a vampire, like, it's very themed music, if you will. It's not necessarily for every single mood. Although some of the songs, like Jump Out the House, what else? There's a few songs in there that are pretty applicable to all situations. Am I doing a show with Flacco? Yes, sir, Jacob. Yes, sir. On Monday, we're testing it out. If it does well, then I'll stay. I'll have to fly back and forth from Miami to LA, though, which will suck, especially because I got a job and I do all my YouTube shit. So I'll have to get an Airbnb or like get a car over there. I don't know. Die Lit or Whole Lotta Red? I would actually take Whole Lotta Red over it, to be honest. And yeah, I saw Metro Boomin's project, at least the teased features, because we don't know the actual features, but Kirko on Twitter found the track list, probably because it's dropping soon, right? Today is Wednesday, so they probably get a day early because the Russian hackers, whatever, they can somehow get into the database of Spotify or Apple Music or just the distribution platforms, and find that the features include Travis Scott, 21 Savage, Future, ASAP Rocky, Chris Brown, Young Nudie, Mustafa. And then here are the songs. On Time, Superhero, Too Many Nights. So there you have it. I'm surprised to see Young Nudie on it, but I guess it's with 21 Savage, which I think is his cousin. So that'll be cool. What else? I was hoping to see Uzi on here, but Future makes sense. I guess we don't know where they are.
Sorry for changing topic, but when do you think Pink Tape will drop and what songs will be on it? Give us guesses.
When do I think Pink Tape will drop? Uzi is out here running up his, what's it called? Just Wanna Rock song. So I would hope that he drops it soon to capitalize on that, like before the year ends. But apparently the music industry, this is what I hear from literally everyone. The music industry shuts down during the holidays because everyone like leaves, you know, with family. In fact, even the company that I work for during the day, yeah, we're kind of slowing down mid-December. Apparently, like the client literally just doesn't go to the office or doesn't turn on their computers. So that just happens with the music industry too. I guess it happens everywhere. So I'd actually expect like January, February, when everybody gets back from the holidays and seeing family and whatnot, what songs are going to be on it. I don't think we can guess whatsoever because I don't think it's going to be snippets. I think it's going to be all new shit. And all of the actually Rage music, I think, could be one of them. And I think that has a feature with Travis Scott because he previewed it at the club. Or that can be Travis Scott's song. And that just Uzi's on the feature. He made it and then he made it open or something and then gave it to Travis Scott. That happens all the time, I feel like. And then maybe cut out one of his verses and then Travis Scott put his in there. So yeah, I think Rage music is on Pink Tape. But other than that, I don't think I don't know if we know anything about it. All of the snippets and leaks that have been surfacing are all older shit. Did I see Roddy Ricch hating on Cardi performances? It was on Joe Budden. Oh, shit. Roddy Ricch talking shit. Roddy Ricch, Cardi, Joe Budden. I swear to God, bruh. Where'd he say that? I know he said he gets $500K a show, but I don't understand how Roddy Ricch gets $500K a show. Let's just watch it.
How much would you offer Roddy right now? How much would you offer?
I don't know. I don't know what your normal rate be, fam. What's your normal rate?
You want me to go?
Yeah.
You booking you for a festival?
A festival.
Yeah, festival. Roddy Ricch is giving me an hour.
50?
No. Up. Look at his face. Do you see what he has on his neck, son?
I don't know what that shit. I don't
wouldn't even get my pinky toe.
Yo, you see me sitting here thinking, nigga, chill. Let me throw a number out first. I'm giving you $1, nigga. $1.25.
You ain't getting no
for an
show.
hour.
That's crazy. I hang up on you.
Sound like $350.
Nah, $500,000. You right.
If I give a nigga
$500,000, bro. Yeah, if Roddy Ricch is getting $500K per show or per festival, yeah, Cardi for sure getting way more because he's bringing out way more fans. I don't think Roddy Ricch is bringing out any fans. I think he has more of like a casual fan base where people know the box and maybe some other hit songs that he has, mostly the box though. And that's why it sucks sometimes when you grow too fast because your song is bigger than your fan base. You never really gained the fan base. Your song just blew up. And it's on the radio and shit. So they're a fan of the song, not you. So, yeah, if he's getting $500K, Cardi getting $1 million, Uzi getting $1 million, I don't know. I don't know the business behind the festivals. I didn't even realize that I thought people got paid less at festivals because it's like there's more people there, so you have less leverage. But if it's like a Kanye or something, for sure, because there's a ton more people to pay for the headlining acts, and then maybe like the openers are paid nothing, or people who just sign up because they want to be on there to be associated with all the other people and maybe get connections and run into the bigger artists and maybe get a feature or something. You feel me? But yeah, I feel like nobody's going strictly for Roddy Ricch, whereas people like even Drake or Future or Travis Scott or Uzi or Cardi or even like Ken Carson, they're going for them strictly. Like Roddy Ricch ain't bringing anybody out. So if people are paying, festival tickets are like $300,000. Sorry, $300. I was in the thousands because what he said. So if festival tickets are $300, and that means that $500,000 divided by 300, the break even is 166. Is that true? Wait, 500,000 divided by 300. You need to sell 1,600 tickets. Actually, maybe that's not even that bad. Let me do the math again. $500,000 divided by $300 a ticket. Yeah. That makes sense, actually. Almost 1,700 tickets. So maybe that's doable. I feel like 1,700 people will come out for Roddy Ricch. Right? Especially if you like LA or I don't even know about Miami, but LA or like Atlanta or New York. Although, how many people go to Rolling Loud? Attendance. 210,000 people. Yeah, so that makes sense. So if every headlining act, I don't know, brings out this 1,600 or let's say 1,700 tickets. Let's say 10 people bring those type, because there's 3 headliners, usually 3 days for Rolling Loud, and then they have some people underneath them who are still pretty big. So maybe let's say, 10. That's 17,000 tickets. So, yeah, man, the math works out. I never thought of it that way. But wait. In 2019, estimated 210,000 people attended. Right? Man, these festivals can make so much money. What the fuck? I didn't even realize that. How much are these artists making on tour? Like 10 mil? 100 mil? Travis Scott and Drake probably. He barely doing 17K first week sales. He did 35K. He did promote. But that's still millions of streams. You know. The timestamp is 45 minutes. All right, I got you. All right. Let's see what Roddy Ricch said about Cardi. 45.
That actually sing the whole time where a nigga my voice gone after?
Ain't no $500,000 tea, my nigga. Go get you some ginger and call it a
No,
day.
at that number, when his voice act up, he getting the steroid shot. They gonna get them words out of him. They gonna get them words.
But I'm saying when they come to artists that's well established and take pride in their production,
True.
I feel like they do a little
You
more
paying for
us.
something.
Yeah, they gonna get what you pay for, so you gotta pay a little bit
I
more.
watch some shows. Baby do a good job at keeping his show kind of lively and doing his thing. You feel me? Uzi do a crazy job with that. He keep him excited and shit like that.
Uzi's
Cardi
great,
is another one I really didn't understand in the beginning, but he keep them excited. And
I still
one
don't get
thing
it.
about the festival shit is just these people got to be excited.
Keep
No
'em
matter
excited.
how far your shit is, it could be Jay-Z or somebody that rap. I say let's take Jay-Z out of it, but certain people that rap that you may not be as excited to see.
He didn't talk shit about Cardi at all. He was giving him props. He's like, Cardi gets the fans hype. That wasn't a diss. I feel like that's a compliment. Like, yo, Cardi really knows how to perform. But anyway, I'm going to dip I got work tomorrow morning. Okay. I'm going to leave the stream up if you want to go check the rest of it. We didn't listen to any copyrighted music, or at least I hope we didn't. Maybe in the Lotti situation where Lucid Dreams, I think, was playing in the background. So if that happens, I'm sorry if it gets taken down, okay? Check me out on No Jumper on Monday on the podcast. Come in the chat, pause. Because I'm probably going to get hated on by all the people who liked the old co-hosts, okay? We'll see y'all in future videos. Peace out, Clyde people. Know what I'm saying?